Hi, welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before, my name's Emma, I'm a mum of 3 and I sell on Amazon via the Amazon FBA programme. So I'm currently doing this on a part-time basis and this is now my main source of income. Now before I started doing this, before my Amazon business really took off, I was working weekends, I was working in a local restaurant and I wasn't really having the time to spend with the family, with the children in the evenings. So this has just given me that financial freedom, it's given me the time freedom, and it just means I can choose my own working hours as well. So if you are thinking about getting started, I would definitely recommend it. 100% give it a go, see how you get on. So for those of you that are just getting started or you're still quite new to Amazon, there's probably a lot you still need to get your head around, especially with all the abbreviations that people are using. So you will see these a lot on social media, you'll hear them on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, and as with anything else, it will become second nature. You'll learn what these mean in time, you'll find you're soon using them yourself. So what I want to do with you today is just run through some of these abbreviations with you, just explain briefly what they mean, just try and help you get started. So firstly we have ASIN, and this is an Amazon Standard Identification Number. So this is a 10-digit alphanumerical product code that's issued by Amazon for every unique item held within their catalogue. So to sell on Amazon, you either need to create a new ASIN or you need to assign your product to an existing ASIN. So next, BBP is BuyBot Pro. So this is a deal analysing software and it's what I use to analyse all of my deals. So this provides me with so much information. I can take a real in-depth look at that product. I can look at all the historical data too, decide whether it's worth making that purchase. Now you can also download the mobile app within your BuyBot Pro subscription. So this is called BuyBot Go. It's available on iOS and Android, and it's what you use when you're out and about, you're doing that retail arbitrage. So just like the desktop version, you've got all that information, you've got all those historical data sheets. So this is really good to just help you make a decision when you're out and about, you're doing that analysing before you make any purchases. Now BSR is your best seller rank. So this is a score based on historical data. This is updated hourly just to give you an idea of how those sales are going. So this is a really good indicator of what the sales are like, and it's broken down into categories and subcategories. The BSR rating is definitely a great help when it comes to analysing those deals, deciding whether or not you're going to make the purchase. So this BSR will be different in every category depending on the number of items being sold, but if for example in health and beauty you've got 50,000 items, then the item at number 1, BSR of number 1, is the best selling item, and the item with a BSR of 50,000 is the slowest selling. You should always be aware of this BSR when you're doing that sourcing. You don't want to be purchasing items that are just not moving. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. So once you source those items, you send them into Amazon's fulfillment centre. Now from here, they'll store them on the appropriate shelving, and then when a customer order is placed, they will pick, pack and ship the item directly to your customer. They'll also deal with any customer queries, any customer returns, refunds as well. This can save you a huge amount of time. It means you don't have to worry about storage space either for all of those products. FBM is Fulfilled by Merchant. So unlike FBA, with FBM you are responsible for sending all those items out yourself. So you need to store the items, you need to ship them to your customer, deal with the customer queries and any returns and refunds as well. Now whilst the fees for this are much less than FBA, you are doing a lot more work yourself. FC is simply Fulfillment Centre. So these are the warehouses that are storing all of your stock when you're selling FBA. So they'll help to control your inventory, they'll do all that order processing, the customer queries and deal with any returns, customer refunds. Now there's many different fulfillment centres out there, so it's unlikely you'll be sending to the same one all the time. So next we have our FNSKU, and this is Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit. So this is a barcode that allows Amazon to identify products as unique to the seller that sent it into that fulfillment centre. Every product that goes into a fulfillment centre is given a unique identifier, and this is printed onto every single item. This just helps to ensure the right products are being sent to your customers. So most categories require sellers to use a GTIN, and this is a global trade item number like an EAN, a UPC or an ISBN. So this is a product identifier for when you're creating new pages, and it's really important the seller uses the right identifier for the item that they're listing. Now a failure to do this could result in that item going into your stranded inventory, not being available for sale until you fix that listing. And then next we have HMRC, so this is HM Revenue and Customs, which is the UK Tax Department. So HMRC are responsible for collecting all taxes within the UK. Now, as far as VAT is concerned, you don't need to worry about this until you're nearing the threshold of £85,000. Now, that £85,000 is mandatory for registration, so just keep an eye on it, be aware of exactly what you're doing. If needs be, get advice from your accountant. Then we have an LLC, and this is a limited liability company. So this is a separate legal entity in the US, and it just means that all your business assets are kept separate from your personal assets. This means that company directors cannot be held responsible for any business debts or liabilities if anything was to happen to that business. And then we have LTD, which is limited company. So again, this is a separate legal entity, but in the UK this time. And as with the LLC, those business assets are kept separate from those personal assets. Company directors cannot be held responsible for any business debts or liabilities should anything untoward happen. And next we have OA, which stands for online arbitrage. So this is the process of sourcing, analysing, purchasing all those deals online, ready to sell on the Amazon marketplace. Now this is perfect for people that don't have a lot of time or they've got other commitments as well, as you can literally do it anywhere at any time so long as you've got a device and an internet connection. Then the next one to look at is PL, and this is private label. So as a new seller, you probably won't get into private label for quite some time now, but it's basically a product that's manufactured under one company's name and sold under another company's brand. You will need to register your brand on Amazon to be able to sell private label products, and this is definitely worth looking at later down the line. Once you get your head around everything, there is some really good money to be made selling private label products. Then next we'll take a look at PPP, and this is Profit Protector Pro. So this is software that I use to reprice all of my stock. Now you can do that repricing manually, but this will take up a lot of your time, especially as you introduce more and more ASINs. Profit Protector Pro just makes it all a lot easier for me, a lot quicker, and it will deal with those prices based on the strategies that I've got preset. So as soon as I make any purchases, I set my prices, I set my strategies within PPP, and I know as soon as that stock lands with Amazon, it will start repricing, keeping me competitive immediately. And then next we've got RA, which is retail arbitrage. So again, this is a process of sourcing, analysing, purchasing all those deals ready to send into Amazon, only this time you're going into a physical store. So you're going to head into town, you're going to search those items out and physically make the purchase there and then. RA can be great for sales, for clearance items. You can find some real hidden gems that bring you a great return on investment, a great profit margin. It just takes a little bit more planning, a little bit more time than online arbitrage, and it might be worth your while just sitting down, working out a plan of exactly where you're going to, just to get the most out of your day. So next we have ROI, and this is our return on investment. So this is a percentage profit that we're making based on the buy price of our product, and this is one of the key things we need to be looking at when we're doing that sourcing. It'll help you see the profitability of an item, help you decide whether it's worth the purchase. We then have SKU, and this is our stock keeping unit. So this is a unique code or number assigned to a product within a company's inventory management system. This scannable barcode just allows Amazon to track the movement of all your FBA inventory. We also have UPC, and this is our Universal Product Code. So this is a 12-digit identification number. It's used by most retailers and printed on their packaging. So the first 6 numbers represent the manufacturer's identification number, and the following 6 numbers are more specific details, so things like the style, the colour, the size, or the weight of an item. This just helps manufacturers and retailers keep track of that product inventory and information. We then have VA, and this is a virtual assistant. So this is someone that works for you from a remote location. So it may be that they're helping with product sourcing, they may be helping in other areas of the business, so things like product listing or your inventory management. Now as a beginner, you probably won't even want to consider a VA just yet, but this is something you might want to look at a little further down the line as soon as funds allow. This could help free up time, increase your sales and help grow your business. And then finally, we've got VAT. So this is our value added tax. So this is a tax that's paid on all sales within the UK as soon as you hit that threshold of £85,000. Now this is currently set at 20%, it's paid to HMRC on a quarterly basis. So as I said before, you'll soon pick up on a lot of these abbreviations. You'll be using them in no time at all yourself, but at least now if you read a Facebook post, you see someone talking about OA or RA, you know exactly what they're talking about. YouTube videos communities are a great place to learn all the basics, just to help to really get you started. Now, we do have a really great Facebook group, really friendly. I will pop a link to this in the description below for you. Please do feel free to jump in there, say hello, introduce yourself, let us know where you're up to on your own journey. And if there's something that I can't answer myself, I will do my very best to find the answer for you. Now that is all for me today, but if you found this useful, please do give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you as always for watching, take care, and I will see you very soon.